Yo, what is up? It's JJ from 845, and today I'm showing you guys how to combine a Sound Recordist's 5-foot boom arm, a 3/8 light stand spigot, and then a metal grip head in order to make this thing, which I'm calling a portable grip arm. So this unit right here comes in a little bit under 23 inches. And as mentioned with the tripod video, the total length is quite important for me as far as when it's all folded in, because I am trying to create my most mobile shooting setup in which the bag that I have, its interior dimensions is 27 inches. So this is obviously well underneath that. And if I were to pack and to have before a standard grip arm, it's about 40 inches. And so this thing fits, of course, that bag that I'll plan to be using. The important part that I did to this thing was that with a boom arm, they typically use a 3/8 screw. That way you can kind of mount directly a shock mount, but instead I just use this piece right here, which converts the 3/8 into a light stand spigot. So still using the shock mount, I can still mount this on top, or using the Westcott's Flex LED lights, using the bracket, I can mount that directly onto this. As far as like holding up weight, I mean, a microphone and or a flexible LED light is really not that heavy. So this thing for sure has no problem with holding that. So this, of course, mounts onto a tripod, put in here. If you ever need to tilt this, you can do so by just loosening this, and this piece will move independently from it. And you can tighten it from there. And as far as the total length wise, just like with the Sound Recordist, the boom arm, you could just pretty much extend this to about 5 feet. And that's really the great part about this quick setup, is that it's pretty much mobile enough that you can use it for those applications. If you're doing it as a hair light, if you're attaching, say, Westcott's ice light or anything that's similar to that, you can boom this, above the person. And I think it's pretty much perfect for that use, because the things that you're attaching at the very end is very light. I think the next step that I do have here that I do want to do is that I want to be able to drill a hole right here. And I do have some portable light stands, portable sandbags that you can just clip that bag onto the end here. And instead of using sand, of course, because since you want to travel with that, you can just go ahead and put water bottles in that. So I'll kind of link that into the description below if you guys are interested in portable sandbags. It's an insert that has up to 6 water bottles. And so I think that's plenty enough for, especially if you're using this just for a light stand, or rather a hair light or a boom mic. One quick note about assembling this is that the cool thing about the boom arm itself is that it has this groove. And so what I've done is when I've taken the grip head, usually they have like a spring in here. And so I just removed that entire setup in order to fit the diameter of the boom arm. And so once it's onto here, what I ended up doing was using the groove, or rather the teeth here, is that I pretty much mounted it so that when it is tightened, it clamps onto the actual groove. So as mentioned, that when you do attach this onto the groove, when you loosen it, you're able to move this up and down, and it won't turn around because it's stuck onto this groove. I thought that was a kind of a cool happenstance without actually knowing. And that's actually really helpful, because when you do expand the base of this, the whole unit's going to move. So you want to be able to position this basically to the middle, and that way it's balanced from the back and the front. I've already created 2 of these, and so I have the same identical setup, and so I'm using one for the microphone and then the other one for a hair light, and pretty much this is as compact as you can get when it comes to a grip arm. So I hope this helps when it comes to making your own mobile setup. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. I did leave some links to the products below. They're all non-affiliate links. So yeah, cheers.